Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is time for another live watch party. Thank you for coming on in. Whether you catch the live, whether you catch the replay, we're going to be doing it every week, keeping it going. There is some things to discuss in a way, not so much in terms of what happened, but what hasn't happened. As you may know, or maybe you don't, tomorrow, Monday 22nd, is the first day of spring. What does that matter? Well, way back in February when we were pumped for the series finale of Cobra Kai, obviously we were just bombarded with when's the spinoff? What's the spinoff going to be? What's the deal with that? And, my saying at the time, well, they hadn't announced anything yet, so that probably nothing was coming immediately, like within February, right? So I was like, let's see what happens this summer, and maybe by ideally we get some sort of announcement late summer. They start working in the fall or so. They go in production in 2026 sometime. So like, an announcement, pre-production, writer's room, all that stuff, then maybe you can move into production by like summer of 2026 for a release in, like, let's say early 2027 or so. That did not happen since tomorrow is the end of summer. So, today is the last day of summer. So, so we're not on the, mostly, we weren't on the very accelerated timetable. Like the very accelerated timetable would be like if they released, if they announced the spinoff literally before or like within weeks after the show finished, like in February. So that would be like the most accelerated timetable, which we didn't get. That's okay. And so then we didn't get like the next ideal timetable, which would have been basically an announcement. I mean, I guess by Friday. I mean, if you want to say tomorrow, first day of fall, but whatever. It looks like we're a little bit past what I would have considered like a more ideal or optimal timetable. We do know, but that's not to say we've gotten nothing, right? We've gotten other announcements. They announced another Harold and Kumar movie, written by all three of them, John, Josh, and Hayden. Josh didn't write the other ones, right? It was just a John and Hayden thing. On some level, Josh is being included now. What his involvement will be, I don't know. That's actually a question I mean to ask in a Q&A at some point. But so they announced the Harold and Kumar. Actually, they announced that was going into production, and I guess is still in production or wrapped. The bachelor party movie that was like, wasn't it shooting in Florida or something, like, or it was set in Florida? I can't remember. So there was like a bachelor party movie that they were like producing and they were involved with. It wasn't a full on like work from them, from writing, directing, and everything, but they were still involved in it. That's coming out. And then like, what was it, a month ago, a little more, we got the Knight Rider announcement as a movie. And then I think that one, I talked about it last week too. The Knight Rider, they're going to be writing that and presumably directing it too. Knight Rider, we don't know where that is. None of those, we don't know where they are in the process, right? So are they actually like actively writing those scripts? Are they, just kind of in outlining mode, which is still writing? That is kind of writing. Maybe they're putting their time on that. and who knows what else is in the woodwork. But at the moment, what we don't have an announcement on, obviously, is anything Cobra Kai related, Cobra Kai spinoff, which is fine. Like I said, it was sort of like the optimal scenario. We would have something by now, and we don't. But I would say like the next hunk here is by the end of the year. Honestly, Hollywood shuts down like the last 2 weeks of December or so. Last week it would be like by early December. I'm trying to think. Like there's a couple scenarios, like you get something before they leave in December, like by mid-December, or it starts up pretty quick after New Year's, usually, I think. So like either or they start back up in like January 5th. I forget whatever the date is. Somewhere around there. Yeah, like January 5th or 6th. If they like announce something in early January and like hop right into it, like would be good. But let's look at like end of the year now. And realistically, by end of the year, we're probably meeting second week of December, maybe the third week, but like nothing will come out the last week of December in terms of announcements or something. So that's where we're at. Good to know. Yeah. I hope to keep it in. Matt Moore is here. Thank you, Matt, for coming on in. Channel members, we will do our meetup Friday or Saturday. If you have a preference, let me know. As far as I know, either are fine for me. I like chicken. Good to know, Lancelot. Fried, grilled, roasted, broiled, rotisserie. Do you have a preference? Cobra Kai rapper from the 2000s. Watch buddy. What's up? What it do? I just came back from a Cobra Kai Comic-Con convention, and right now I'm saying what's up to you on this stream. Oh, the Comic-Con. Was that this past weekend? Man, oh man, oh man. It was the best punching con, kicking it hard, doing it ton. It was for Cobra Kai, hitting it true. Come on, boys. Don't wear no blue. You're Cobra Kai. Wow, wow, wow. Don't wear no blue was a reference to Miyagi-Do because the headband is blue. Yeah, it was in Houston. Spill the details, the deets, they say. What was there? I think I forgot about that. Or did I know? Was Cobra Kai Kid there? He got something special from me. Cannot say, but T-Flex Champ is here. T-Flex Champ, you are going to have to be my accountability partner. So one of the things that happens when you get married, see, T-Flex Champ, you're worried about like, oh, what if you marry a bad girl or, that doesn't last? No, like what if you get married and everything is so good and you're just like chilling that you end up putting on weight and you're not getting to the gym? Oh my God. My new goal is I got to get back to the gym very regularly and cut back. I put on more weight than I am comfortable with. It's just from the honeymoon. Like I was working hard going up to the wedding and everything. It was good. And then you just kind of like, I guess it happens to people, right? It happens. I don't think I'm the only one. But it's okay. The honeymoon is over and I'm gonna come back and get back to the gym. T-Flex Champ will be my man. It is Houston. Is a new season of Cobra Kai coming? No, unfortunately. Cobra Kai Kid wasn't there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I had sent something to him to his home, and he had it on Saturday, I guess. So yeah, he must have not been there. That's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Brian is here. Hey, Brian. Thank you. Best episode of the show. Woo! X Degenerate. Counterbalance. Head of the Snake. Skeletons, some people would say, even. Some of the stuff. Some people love those scenes in Strike Last. What was it going to be? Oh my god, sorry, I'm blinking. Season 4, episode 2. First Learn Stand. I really like that one. Just to throw some out for you. No one can distract me from my purpose nor change me. You are strong. That's the way to be. Just started gym again 2 weeks ago. It's amazing. I miss pizza and Coca-Cola original flavor. Yes. Yeah, it's well, Matt, you've been married much longer than me, so I know you probably know it, but yeah, like we were just like when we were married, like it was like even like because we had like a couple of like honeymoons, short, and then we were back, but like even when we were at our place, like we were just lounging, like let's just get a dessert, let's do something easy and not like working, and then you're at like an all-inclusive resort, and then you're back and you're like, well, let's not let it end yet, let's keep it going a little bit. And oh man, and sometimes I'm working on videos, and it's like just the past couple days, it's like I stop, and it's like, no, I gotta go to the gym here, get in at least like 30 minutes of cardio or something. Woo! Imagine Zara gave Robbie some sloppy toppy right before fighting Tori. I don't think Robbie would accept that. So here's the thing, like you're imagining, like Robbie would just go along because he did, I guess, earlier in the show, but he was drunk and in a bad mood. But I don't think like Robbie would let Sarah get in his head. Of course, actually, I'm I'm thinking it back through, like in terms of Tori. Would Tori get it pissed Tori off? She probably would have killed Zara, not knock her tooth off. I don't believe in marriage, but I do like to have a partner that's into fitness like me. I mean, I'm a bodybuilder, and the female I date will be a bodybuilder. Yeah, has to be an athlete, or at least in fitness. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean it can be a lifestyle thing. You can live that lifestyle, and you can find a good lady who lives that lifestyle too. What season do you think had the most hype in terms of content? Now when you say content, missidence is different, is that? My stance is different spelled wrong. Do you mean like content from content creators like me? Like videos and stuff? Um I would say season 3 in some respects there was a delay in the release of season 3, so it put more time out there. And it also had the Netflix debut, which brought a huge number of people and a huge number of content creators, who made some videos. Many of them went away or just, stopped, but like there was a lot going for season 3. Zara could be triple dunk at the finals. Oh boy, you guys are all on Zara. Orksonic. Watch Superman. It was pretty good. I think it was coming on HBO Max, wasn't it? Yeah, Superman was pretty good. Wife party liked it. For sure. I mean, I liked it too. Like I wouldn't I actually think it was better than Man of Steel, and this is nice. Snyder people would go crazy on that, but I didn't make a video on Superman, and I was going to, and that's why I never got to like say what I was going to say, because what I was going to say about Superman, now that you bring it up, I think the one thing James Gunn did really well is he balanced the Superman as the hero, right? Who saves people, right? If you go back to the original Superman, Christopher Reeves, that first movie, a lot of like the film, like the action and suspense of the film is Superman saving, civilians, saving people from doom. And the suspense then is, will he save them in time? And sometimes he doesn't, or whatever. Or, that's the question. You go to Man of Steel and they have Zod there, and the last half hour it's about a battle between him and Zod, and like the last half hour, 45 minutes is just a giant battle. Like, and it was just so much like back and forth. Wait, what's going on? And it didn't really have the Superman saving things. There was a little bit in like the backstory sort of, but like it wasn't about him saving it. It was just so much action. It was just like, oh, you lost track of what the hell was going on. I think James Gunn, what he did best is he kind of balanced Superman as like the hero who saves people from doom, danger, or whatever, as well as like the action. Like he was fighting, and then something would happen and he would leave and he would save people, and then he'd go back to fighting. He saves a squirrel. It probably wasn't the best choice, but like you get the point. Like he's like saving, he's a hero. He saves people in need, but he's also like fighting a really powerful bad guy. So there you go. And I do think like in some level that was the first movie to do that. The Christopher Reeves, it was all one or the other. Man of Steel the same way, and even Superman Returns that also. So that was the success of James Gunn. I still cry knowing Kreese didn't get to see Johnny win the biggest tournament in the world in person against Wolf. Hope we get a movie. Well, I don't know about a movie that would cover that, but I think the lesson is Kreese didn't have to. Like you would even say, like Kreese died knowing Johnny was going to win, right? Like you say, he didn't see Johnny win, but he knew Johnny was going to win. And in fact, the reason he was there is because he realized Silver was going to try and pull something, as it was like kidnap Carmen or whatever. He was there to stop Silver because he knew something like that is the only thing that could stop Johnny from winning. So while Kreese didn't die or like didn't see Johnny win. He knew Johnny was going to win. And he was doing his part to make sure it happened by stopping Silver. This portrayal is definitely better than Snyder's. Yeah, I agree. While I love Henry Cavill, the movie in itself is, I think, better. What if Johnny got Sam pregnant? Then I reference his car. What the hell, man? Like, what the hell? like Sam was in the back seat. They swarm off. Like, how is she? Oh my god, man! You guys just come up. What if Moon got Sam pregnant? I mean, boy, that would be more interesting. Fundamentally understand Superman, but yeah, like, and I think it's what I just was talking about. Good movie. Only problem is this just a me thing. I've never been into Superman. All the overexposures from all my life. Always numb to me. Yeah, I ignore it mostly. But I don't think he's my favorite superhero, but when he's done well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one. Visit to Thailand and Ghana after later. Yeah. What do you think is the best Stranger Things episode and season? Good question. We're going to get back to Stranger Things too. Actually, so I got a learn party video I'm working on right now. And I'm going to get on to some Stranger Things stuff too. Hope to get a lot done this week. But so season 4, episode 2, maybe? That's a really good one. The 4 finale. I don't remember or no, not episode 2, episode 4. I'm sorry. Season 4, episode 4. The one with Max. That was like a really good episode. So I'm going to say that. Autumn Equinox weekend. Yes, I was talking about that earlier. All predictions that we have news of a spinoff like summer are now gone. Those were like the optimal hope, but autumn didn't happen. Or I mean, summer announcement didn't happen. So let's just hope maybe by the end of the year. The world needs Superman. Yeah. Can't believe Mary Mouser is now too old for Leonardo DiCaprio today. I don't know how to break this to you. I think she's been too old for Leonardo DiCaprio for a couple years now. I mean, isn't she like 27? 28 even? Like, I think she's been way over the past the scale or whatever it is. True, you're all right, watch party. Was not expecting Johnny in the post-credit scene at Cobra Kai Legends. Call me. Yeah, and it caught you off guard. Yeah, it was probably one of the best things in the movie, too. Dear Billy, you're right. Yeah, that's it. Dear Billy. Speaking of learn party, how do you get over anxiety with approaching? I think it makes sense on some level to be anxious given what your goal may be. I think good question, Sonic. What you got to realize is it's actually less of a big deal than you're making it out to be in your head, right? Like, because you're thinking like all this stuff. I mean, now this is a very, vague general, like we don't know the particular context. But like, you got to just think of it as not a big deal. Just go up, if you have to like actually walk over there, just go up and find something to comment on, where you're at, something she's wearing. It doesn't matter. It's all context dependent, but like, don't think of it as that big a deal. because it's really not like you're actually are just going. I mean, this can get into weird like I was just trying to be nice. Like don't be I say don't be weird about it, but like just be casual, and then you know you can read her body language. You just got to just be open. If she's not really responding to you or opening up to you, giving you one word answers or looking at her friend or like looking at her phone or something, like that's not something. So, but like, don't worry. Then just be like, oh, okay, like I'll be over here or something. And that didn't work. But if at least like she opens a little, like and asks a question back to you or something, then you just got to like engage in that initial small talk, whatever it would be. Um, but like there's nothing to be fearful of. I know like the internet um plays things up, and there's horror stories, and you can get worried, but like it's really not that big a deal. And so that's like a good way to think about it. Tell me how much that helps you. You heard the Zara's actress who's creating a new Street Fighter movie. She's playing Julie. Yes, it's a character I'm not really familiar with. Because I'm just out of the Street Fighter loop, but whatever. Felt Stranger Things 4 was partly overrated. I mean, maybe, but it was better than Stranger Things 2 and 3, right? So and it definitely had some good moments. I think that's like it had moments. Already rewatching Stranger Things on season 2, episode 6, leading into season 5. Good idea. Stranger Things content will be coming. 29. I'm not sure what Matt. I'm not sure what you were saying. Oh, she's 29. Yeah, she's way past that. Like it's not even close. Like if she were, he would have her security escort her. God, I'm bad, but it's Leonardo DiCaprio for you. What are you going to do? Don't blame me. Mean Karate Kid movie is going to be about Johnny. We don't know. No. We don't know anything about a Karate Kid movie. They've never announced a sequel to Legends because it didn't make enough money. So all that stuff is probably done. We living in needs Superman. Yeah, maybe. Leonardo's current girlfriend is 27. I thought she was 19. Are you sure about that? I mean, last I saw, he was like with a 19-year-old, but I don't know. That I don't keep up to date to that, so it's for me. It's whatever you tell me. Does this mean it's going to be about Johnny? No, yeah, no. Leo drops him at 25, not 28. Where'd you get 28? It was always 25. What's the past bonsai watch party? How are you and the missus doing? We're good. A lot of birthdays. My niece turned 20, so we were celebrating her birthday, and then they came over to the in-laws because it was my father-in-law's birthday earlier this week because they wanted to celebrate that too and see him. So, is it weird to just like suddenly be like, oh, I got a 20-year-old niece? But there you go. So we were playing games with some of the nieces and nephew and my mother-in-law for much of this afternoon. Probably more than we should have, but stuck on Knight Rider. Not blaming you, man. I get it. You love it. We just have to wait and see in that. Unfortunately, it may be a while before we get any sort of update. Do you like Nancy and Stranger Things? Yeah. I think I was gonna. At one point, I was gonna do a video on her. Unfairly hated. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, she's like the Sam of Stranger Things." This is before I watched it. When we had the first 3 seasons, and I watched it, and I was like, "No, I don't think she's like Sam at all." Like, and if I, oh, man, like, you gotta distinguish between. Nancy's not like Sam. Um, um, she dated different guys, but like the situation is very different. Um, so yeah, and maybe I still will do a video on Nancy. We'll see if we can get to it. Legends on Netflix, which gives Cobra Kai a bonus treat after final season. Yeah, in a way. You're sure? Okay, well, I don't know anything about Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend, so that's like not on my radar. So, I'll take your word for it. Do you think we'll see Mary Mauser in any projects? She didn't do much outside of Cobra Kai during the show. Yeah, she did some HBO show once. Which in one interview I saw she actually cited as one of her favorite performances, but I'll take that. Yeah, she hasn't announced anything that I know of, which is almost a little strange. You think, but she could be. She got engaged. Like maybe she wants to get married first before she looks back into doing more work. She wants. I mean, I just don't know. Like I don't know what's going on in her mind. I can't. Tell you. I mean, she announces something, something gets put out there, they're good for her. If not, then what do I know? Do you think Nancy and Sam would be friends? I think they would at least be in the same circles. Some of them. Sam, before she gets back into karate, for sure, I think she would be in some of the same circles. After she gets back into karate, she's with like the athletes and stuff, and Nancy is not in that. At least doesn't want to be. So, but like, yeah, I think they would be like in the same circles on some level, however you want to take that. By the way, have you seen the video I sent you about Indio Champ working on? It was funny to watch. I saw it. It was really long though, so I didn't see the whole thing. But yeah. Do you think the Knight Rider project may interfere with Cobra Kai spinoffs? I don't think interfere is ever the right word. Because it's all their own projects. So they just structure things around each other, It just depends how things come along, really. You just never know if like some studio head like loves the pitch of Knight Rider and says, I want to fast track this, give it to me fast. And meanwhile, stuff with like Netflix, they're hemming and hawing over this detail or that detail about a Cobra Kai spinoff. Like, then yes, it could be like, well, then they'll just be like, okay, we'll do the Knight Rider. And while we work out the Cobra Kai thing or the Netflix thing. So like in that matter, yeah, it takes priority, but part of the reason it's taking priority is because it's ready to go and something else isn't. Cobra Kai set her for life. Yeah, but like she's not going to quit acting as far as I'm aware of. So I mean, I don't know. Has she said anything? I don't really pay attention to whatever if she's posted stuff on Instagram or whatever. So I mean, I don't know. She announces something when she does, Maybe she wants a break. Maybe she wants to focus on getting married first. You can't blame her. It's a lot of work putting on a wedding. Oof. Let me tell you. Boys and Cobra Kai. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Those kids have gotten so big. They were just babies. What the heck? Oh, Matt, I'm watching your kids grow up. Are you keeping them consistent? It's the same one Cobra Kai every time, and the other same one Miyagi-Do every time. He's got twins, and one's Cobra Kai, and the other's Miyagi-Do. Oh, he's doing the crane kick in this one, right? That's what I assume. That's what he's doing. That's a wax off, and he's ducking to sweep the leg. Okay, really good. Did you ever get around watching Welcome to the Dollhouse? Oh, no, it's very difficult for me to get around seeing anything. I may be able to get a watch. What's it stream on? Is that on Netflix? If it's on Netflix or something I have access to, maybe I can watch it tomorrow. Wife party is off. And maybe, but we'll see. Do you think Axel shouldn't have had fallen for Sam? Or not be mad but go? I mean, it was the story, so no. I like the story the way it was. It just provided a little extra motivation and everything. Stranger Things rating, in my opinion, 3.421. You love Eddie. Huh. See, there's a lot of other people that put 3 at the bottom. They just felt like it was wearing out. The mall was a decent setting. I think maybe it gets a little too much hate. But yeah, it's fair. It has some fun stuff in it. So yeah. Best thing if they come out with the Knight Rider movie? Yeah, we have to wait and see, man. A villain to root against in Vecna now, just instead of government lab and Papa. Yeah, or like the nondescript mind flare. Like it's like, well, what is that? Robin Lynn is here. Finally. Welcome, Canada. I really enjoyed all the Learn Party videos. I liked the joke you made about a guy that would think they're so special just for finding a certain character. Potter overrated. Yeah. Yeah. Great. I'm glad you like it. I'm editing another one. So it'll come out. Be sure to like it. Leave a comment. Just anything. Just help the algorithm out a little bit. Whatever you can do. Share it. If you know anyone, a friend or whatever who would like it, click share and send it to them. Stuff like that all helps. Nerds trying to connect with other nerds on nerdy shit. How does that make you attractive? Yeah. It's true. It's true. Even if you're right, it doesn't matter. Welcome to the Dollhouse on Tubi. Okay. It's a movie. Maybe we'll watch it tomorrow. I can't promise. I'm just going to search. Hold on. I'm texting this to Wife Party just so I remember it. The Dollhouse on Tubi. We'll see. Okay. Thank you. Rest in peace to Jimmy Kimmel Live. Did you watch it? I never watched it. I did watch it. I remember when it debuted. They said 22 years. I was like, wait, is that fuck? It's fuck. Like when Jimmy Kimmel Live in the first episode, Like he wanted to do like because he was coming off the Man Show and he wanted to do like manly or whatever, and like everyone in the audience had beer. Like they served beer in the audience, like in the first episode. I remember this still. Like, but then like in the second episode, they were still serving beer, and then someone got drunk and like started acting up and had to get kicked out or something on like the second episode. And then so the network came down and said like, no more alcohol. We're not doing it. um uh Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was ultimately canceled because the ratings were just going down and down. If you looked at him, and his contract was up next year. It's the perfect way to cancel him without acting like without we had to do it like and in a way it's better for him because otherwise he gets canceled as like a loser with low ratings, but this way he can go out as a martyr or whatever. Um, I think 100% like it was a show that was losing money. Um, had it been a show making a lot of money, it might have been different, but a show losing money, it's just like they were looking for a reason to get rid of it anyway. Cobra Kai Miyagi-Do were the best athletes. Yeah. I know. That's why I got to get back in Cobra Kai. I got to get in shape. Do you think it's possible, guessing, do you think it's possible Mary might be involved with the Cobra Kai spinoff as well as planning her wedding? I would doubt any of the actors are involved with discussions about a spinoff, with maybe the exception, maybe Ralph and what's that? Brian Takashumi. Oh shit, fuck. Who played Miyagi, young Miyagi. And even then, not very much likely. It's just that's not really where it is. Like that's not her job. Like as an actress, they come to her. They make a show and then come to her. She's not she's not developing a show. No, I think I don't even know. Whatever Mary's doing, it's her own, I'm just guessing wedding stuff. Like I haven't followed her Instagram. I don't know what she's talking about these days. May 30th. She hasn't had many posts. Her last post was from June 6th. So I mean maybe she posts stories. I don't know. I know that's a thing, but she's not even updating her Instagram much. So like, yeah, that's like she's like I don't want to say checked out, but like, clearly she's just doing her own thing at the moment. Like if she's doing the actor thing, celebrity thing, she would be posting more, but clearly she's not. So, that's her own thing. Season 1 will always be the best. Yeah, it does have that great feel. I gotta agree with you. Miss Canada started watching his monologues about a year ago, making fun of Trump. LOL. I didn't even know he did I mean, I guess he did. Like, but I haven't. Oh God, I haven't seen Jimmy Kimmel. It was just like, even if I were gonna watch one of the late night shows, I probably would watch Jimmy Fallon instead. I actually like Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Kimmel never really appealed to me. Max Kelly's here. Sup. How are you doing? Good. Do you like Devin in season 6? Sure. The big thing is like, I think she was almost too hard on herself. Like she got to Barcelona, and in some level she was doing better than Dimitri, but she's the one, I'm doing horrible. But in my opinion, Dimitri was worse than she was. Whatever. Before watching the movie, I recommend you watch the trailer first just to be sure. Okay, well, I'm going to watch it. If I watch the trailer first, I'm going to decide whether or not when I watch the movie. So I may watch the trailer and say, this isn't for us, right? Like, we may do that. So we'll see, Cinema Fan. But I appreciate the suggestion either way. What do you think about Mr. Kirk? I'm sad and shocked, but he always seemed more of the bland guy on the right. Someone described him. At least this is like I think it was around 2016, 17. I just saw him on like Twitter or something, and he was always just posting kind of generic platitudes, like I hate to say like boomer conservatism, just like from the mouth of a young guy. Like it wasn't really original. I don't think it was ever really original. So he struck me as more of like politically, like, you know, very run of the mill. Although I'd never followed him closely. I don't really know a lot about him. I just knew he was out there. But he did seem like a genuinely nice guy with wife and 2 kids. How's it going? Coming good. Thank you, Jeremy. Devin sucks. She cheated on Kenny. That's why T-Flex Chat doesn't like it. Took Kenny's spot. But she was still better than Dimitri. That's my opinion. Stranger Things 3 was so 80s. Yeah. 85. Mall, pool, music, dating, sleepovers. Season 1 was like the Goonies. Yeah, I would agree with all that. Decanonize and confirm it all to be. Yeah, they can't do that. It's just like, nah. He seemed to be a good outspoken guy. Yeah. Miss Cobra Kai Wednesday will be back, but not till 2027. Yeah, and Wednesday ended on a cliffhanger. Stranger Things is next to get. Stranger Season 5 might be the best we'll see. Yeah, hopefully. That could be the next spinoff. Yeah. If there was one character you could change for the better in Season 6 by giving him a better arc, who would it be and why? I would try to find something better for Dimitri. His like prissy attitude over like Hawk going to a different school was so like, come on, dude. Like, come on. It's like forced drama. Like forced. And then he was like a shitty fighter at the Sakai Taikai. And it's like, come on, man. Come on. Like, that's just sad. So I would like to see Dimitri not what's the word I'm looking for? Backslide. I want to see Dimitri not backslide. So TikToks of his shooting? Dude, you Robin, you need to get off that algorithm. Like I never saw anything like that. I mean, I'm not the biggest TikToker. I'm probably on it more than I should be, but like, get off that algorithm. Like, don't watch it. Click, I don't want to see this, stuff like that. None of these people know you exist or ever will know you exist. That's my opinion. How do you know they don't know I exist or will never know I exist? I mean, when they search watch party, guess who they find? Yeah. The new Legends movie fits nowhere within the franchise. Continuity problems. Yes, I'm aware. They were probably aware but didn't care. So there you go. I would watch any spinoff. I mean, for sure. Hawk was my favorite character. But yeah, sure. Binary Bros. Devin's great in 4, became annoying in 5 and 6. Yeah, I think like yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking if like she could have overcome it or something, but it didn't happen. Need more Anthony love. Yeah, good character. Good arc. Rapper. TikTok and Instagram. Yes, T-Flex Champ on TikTok and Instagram. Decanonized. Didn't I already see this? Kenny was fire, the best. And Axel, yeah. Kenny had some good points there. Boom, boom. It's called being greedy. Okay. So where are we at? And if you didn't hear, I got another learn party video coming. I'm gonna come back. We'll do a Cobra Kai video. We'll do Cobra Kai. We'll do and then we'll get into Stranger Things too. I'm gonna try and get a lot more Stranger Things stuff going. Oh, by the way, channel members, we'll do the meetup this Friday or Saturday. If you have a preference, let me know. Otherwise, I'll make a decision. And I'm going to try to announce it earlier. Some people told me they're not getting the notifications or they missed it, which is why they missed the last one, which is unfortunate. So we want to get a little bit of bigger turnout, at least a few of you. If you want to join the channel, join the watch party. Who do you find the most annoying in Stranger Things? Erica, right? Isn't she like the most common answer? Whenever they eventually do a Robbie Torrey spinoff, in your own opinion, do you hope they give those characters that they didn't in the show? What do you hope they give the characters? I mean, it's just a new story. So whatever new story they have, a new way to expand and grow. That's what it's about. What do you think about them confirming and making a spinoff where the events of Legends never happened? I don't think that's just going to happen. Like they're not going to undo Legends. It took place a few years after season 6, so they can work around it. But how common, or Sonic asking, how common was drama with Cobra Kai creators? How could anyone start drama with folks like Peter or Shimoon? They're like the nicest guys. I think in terms of like fandoms and content creators and stuff, there's probably less drama in Cobra Kai than any other fandom. Most of the drama that existed or happened was driven by people who are prone to drama. There were a few people, who are just prone, like they just always cause it. And when you understand like things, like you understand like that is their life. Like they just cause drama, and wherever they go, I'm sure there's people like if you have had coworkers, like if you're in school, like you know there's probably some students who'd be always going about this teacher, like, oh, he's always causing problems, doesn't like me. This and that teacher hates me, and why are they always out to get me? Like I remember kids like that. Oh, these teachers are just wanting to always get out to get me and all this stuff. And then if you've had coworkers, especially like coworkers talk, oh, I was working at this other place, but people were always trying to like in their coworkers. It's like they changed jobs and they're always talking about how there was so much drama and shit going on. A lot of times they just cause it themselves. And so what they watch Cobra Kai, become a Cobra Kai fan. They're like, oh, I'm going to get into content creation. And then they just fucking cause drama. Like it's the same thing. Like, but really, Cobra Kai, we had very little of it. And out of everyone in the fandom, I think I had the least, because if there's one thing I'm good at, it's avoiding the drama. I don't fucking care. Like, you can't create drama with me because it's not going to happen. So I win. Crease's Silver Neither spinoff. Yes, In the Grave. That's what it's called. I had the notification for the meetup last month, but was too busy. Oh, all right. Understand. But yeah. Someone. Houston Comic Con. Actually, some of you people have been at these cons. Hasn't Mary been at some of these cons doing stuff? No one asked her. Here, wait, here's a picture. Japan Fest. I'm like, so people are posting pictures with Mary and Tanner. You got to ask her, like, hey, you got any other projects? If you see Mary Mauser, be sure to ask her. Cobra Kai ended with its own spinoff. Would have loved to watch Johnny teach all over again. William is so good. True, but that would be the same show. You know, you want to do something a little bit different. Like this, different but same, right? That's what it's about. Max Levinson. Hey, thank you for coming on in. Which fight in Cobra Kai is one of your favorites? Woo, come on, man. Season 1 cafeteria fight, school fight. Hawk versus Robbie, season 4, season 5, Miguel versus Robbie. Chosen versus Terry Silver, Daniel versus Silver, season 6. When Miguel fights Axel, Tori fighting Zara, the last 3 fights, and Johnny and Wolf. I mean, all of those. Mary Bowser in Big Texas. There, go see her and ask her. Cobra Kai rapper, it is on you. An eventual Sam spinoff. What kind of growth do you hope they give her that will forward her development in a more positive way that shows her a greater life? So it also depends. A big part of it depends on where they want to start her character. Like, do you bring her back a little? Do you put her somewhere else? Is she more in the sensei role? What is it? Something like that, moving in the sensei role would be it. Miyagi prequel and Sensei Wolf. Yeah, those would be my first choices too. What arc is your favorite? Who does he have the best redemption? I mean, you say the best redemption is Johnny himself. Sometimes, on some level, the whole show was his redemption. Hawk's arc was maybe the most fun early on. Johnny probably had the best arc throughout the whole show. But Miguel's is really good too. And Robbie's and Tori's. I mean, Tori really, really good there. So when she beats Zara and becomes champion, whew, that's a good ending. Miyagi prequel. Yep. Yeah, that's the way it is. Well, guys, what do you think? How are they going to redeem Lex and Man of Steel or Man of Tomorrow? Yeah, James Gunn said it's going to be like an almost team up between Lex and Superman. So you just write something where Lex Luthor is the only one that can save the day, or the only one who can help Superman save the day. You just write it, man. It's like you say, like an approaching a girl, man. You just do it. High Evolutionary and Guardians 3. Yeah. Marion Tanner come up to a convention. It's expensive heading south and not too safe to travel across the border at the moment. Aren't you in Vancouver? I don't know. I have family up in the Seattle area, not, what, a little bit of a drive from the border, but apparently one of them, they go out there, can go across the border. So I don't know. I don't know anything about that, Robin Lynn. But yeah, maybe they go to the convention. The problem is if you're in Western Canada, because I feel like they'd be more likely to go to Toronto or something, right? What if Barnes revealed himself to be in Terry Silver's side all along in season 6? If he had been able to come back for later episodes. He was secretly working with. Yeah, there were always theories about that, but they were always bunk. Those theories never made any sense. Let's see here. Alberta. Oh, Montana. Well, there's nothing there. Montana's like mostly an empty state, isn't it? Used to be anyway. Now everyone's from California. All these rich people are going from California to Montana to buy up cheap land, and it's like changing Montana, pissing people off. Yeah. So you're like, there's like nothing else there, right? Like Alberta, like you had to go east to the main population area. That's probably where the cons are. I don't know. I don't know Canada that great. Yeah, nothing much in Montana. Yeah. Yeah, so because I mean, I'm certain they hit some conventions up there, but I would guess it would be the bigger ones, and I'm assuming the bigger ones are like Toronto. I don't know. About the approaching is as if it's any other conversation. How casually exchange contact info, etc. If on a date, you don't talk to them as if you're a friend because it's different, right? Yeah. If you're on a date, you're on a date. Like if this is someone you don't even know, like you're at something, event, party, whatever, and like you don't even know who that person is, yeah, then you're like just sort of talking like, hey, like, how's it going? How do you know Jack? Because I'm assuming you're at Jack's birthday. Whatever. Like, oh, how do you know Jack? Like, you get that a lot in the LA party scene, man. Like, if you like in my younger in parties in like LA, like someone's throwing a party at their apartment and you just see people like, oh, how do you know Jennifer? Like, it's like an easy way to talk to people. And you could have casual. It doesn't always have to be like, oh, this is someone I'm going to go out with. But but like it's also helps to just like, chit chat and get because not every conversation should be about like, this is a girl I want to talk to. Like you got to be more casual. Like at like a party or something. Be out there. But yeah, if you're on a date, make it a date. Make sure she knows it's a freight. That doesn't mean you can't be friendly, like obviously, but like make sure she knows it's a date. Max Kelly wants everyone to answer his question. He demands Crease and Silver stories were fucked up and were written so terribly. Tell me why. Come on, dude. Salt Lake City. Oof. That's going to be pretty far for you, though, still, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Salt Lake City does have some stuff going on. But yeah. Were you surprised what they did with Barnes' character? No. Well, going into 6, I said, Barnes as like a teacher tournament specialist for the Sekai Kai, and it's pretty much exactly what happened. And then he's getting into it, and then he gets into a fight with Johnny, and he kind of reevaluates. But yeah, I would love to see more Barnes working with Cobra Kai, but we'll see. 17-hour drive. Yeah, that's woo doggy. How much is a plane ticket? I don't even know if you can get a plane ticket, but so Robin, it seems like your biggest obstacle is you living in the wrong spot. If you want to go to more conventions with celebrities, you're just gonna have to move somewhere else. Sorry, them's the breaks. I don't have much else. Brandon actually she gave some weirdly good advice in response to the question, what dating advice would Quan give? He said, don't force anything, be bold, but you must be happy first. That's very good. Yes. Yeah. And by the way, happiness is contagious. Like if you're having a good time, the odds she'll be having a good time are significantly more. Like basically like you're having a good time, you can share that with her. That's what you want to do. Think of it like that. This song is cool, or whatever, this funny thing happened. You're enjoying yourself, you're having it. It can be contagious. Especially if she likes you. Like if you're having a good time and then you start telling her about why you're having whatever it is, sharing it with her, and she starts having a good time too, good idea. If she like closes up or acts like it's weird, she's probably not into you. So there you go. Supposed to meet William and Ralph 2 years ago. They couldn't make it, so they got Peyton and Sholo. Conversation with Sholo in the restroom watching it was hilarious. That's a good story. Anime gaming space and cons have been something I've been wanting to go to for a while. Lots of voice actors. I mean, Yeah, I bet those cons, got a lot of diehard fans. If you're into that sort of thing. Calgary convention gets good celebs every year. 2 hour drive north. Isn't as good as the. Yeah, I mean, the convention is only as good as the celebrities you care about that they get. I mean, they could get good celebrities, but maybe you don't care about those particular ones. So, Cobra Kai actors even appear at some of those cons. They sure do. Why do so many unnatural, not good things happen during the production of season 6? Watch Party was saying 15 episodes for a really long time. Watch Party called it before everyone else. Don't you remember Watch Party was right? What are you talking about? Voice of Sonic's Martin Cobra in the same con in Australia. Yes, and the Sonic fandom is crazy. You warned me about that. All right. Shit. We're going good, but I told Wife Party, it probably only last about an hour. We're over an hour. Learn Party keep coming. If we can get some more traction on Learn Party, I can do some streams over there, Sonic. I would actually like to, but I just want to get like a little bit more of a traction and subscribers and followers and stuff. Freddy's always right. Just ask Tori's mom. Yeah. They had Martin, Gianni, Zapka canceled. Yeah, sometimes people have to cancel, but really want to meet Cove. Good luck. Find him. He still has cons. So Learn Party, and then maybe a Cobra Kai video here, and we'll be doing more Stranger Things stuff. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check everything. Channel members, we'll be doing a meetup Friday or Saturday. I'll probably post soon, and so be ready for that. And we're looking forward to it, guys. Just be ready. Stuff's going to keep coming. I love you all. Thank you for coming. We'll see you in the comments of videos. We'll see you next week. We'll keep it up till the next watch party. Bye-bye.